Tortured or loved? Yeah. Figured that was a good name for this video because after all, in today's society, we love each other so much. We treat each other just fine, We even treat children just fine, Yeah, this is the story of true love, okay? The story of how we take care of each other. I've showed you many examples in the past, of how we love each other. And it just keeps getting better, okay? What true love is in 2012. Yeah. So, with that being said, watch out.
Thank you. And in Marshall County, it's a similar story. A woman is dead and her husband is the suspect. Channel 4's Ann McCloy is joining us now with a story that's new this morning. Good morning, Ann.
Good morning to you, Holly. 56-year-old Kay Colvette was found dead in a back building at her home in Lewisburg yesterday afternoon. She'd been stabbed several times. We're learning this morning family members had been concerned about the couple and asked police to go check on them. Well, when police got there around 3 yesterday, the victim's husband, 56-year-old Kenneth Colvette, was at the home on Woodcrest Street. Colvette led police to the outbuilding. That's where they found his wife's dead body. Police took Kenneth Colvette in for questioning. They later charged him with his wife's death. Kenneth Colvette faces 1 count of criminal homicide. An autopsy is to be performed this morning on the victim's body. That could provide more information on what happened to her. The case still under investigation. Back to you, Holly.
She's dead because the husband loved her, okay? That's right. And she loved him. That's right. They treat each other just fine. That's right. They didn't mind. Drama's the way we treat each other today's society, yeah, because it's fun. It's a challenge. That's right. It's a sport. It's an arena. That's right. It's a game. That's right. You gotta have a game. Get a date, don't you? That's right. Well, what can I say, so he was making love to her. She was so excited she died. Yep. Watch out.
To a home in Lake Alfred along Goodman Avenue. This is where a wife is accused of shooting and killing her husband, then stuffing his body in her backyard garden.
10 News reporter Tammy Fields is live at the Polk County Sheriff's Office. And Tammy, that's not the half of what you learned tonight.
That's right, Reggie and Heather. We're talking about a 78-year-old man, the victim in all of this, Benny Scott. He was frail, his health was failing, and detectives say not only did his wife shoot him in the back of the head, bury him in the backyard, but they say she had the nerves to also plant rosemary and parsley right on top of them.
She seemed like a normal grandmother, a normal neighbor.
But detectives say Rick Kaiser's neighbor, 64-year-old Barbara Scott, was anything but normal. They say the convicted felon from Oklahoma was hiding something from her family and friends in her backyard, a secret about her 78-year-old husband, Benny Scott, who no one had seen for months. Barbara's daughter, Sonia Broadway, lives right across the street, and investigators say when she pressed her mother about her father's whereabouts on March 26th, she confessed, saying,
Well, he fell in the shower and died in early January, and I planted him in the herb garden. Once she buried him in the herb garden, she planted rosemary and parsley over the top of him.
Sheriff Grady Judd says as Barbara's daughter drove her to the police department to turn herself in, Barbara's story continued to change, as Barbara, he says, implied that Benny took his own life. Benny's body was buried behind this house for 2 months. When crime scene evidence technicians dug his body up, they say they found some important evidence with it. The sheriff says Benny had been shot once in the back of the head, wrapped in a tarp with a plastic bag over his head, his hands and feet bound.
It's our belief that she just got tired of taking care of him.
His health wasn't good at all. I saw him rarely outside. Nobody deserves to go like that.
Tonight, back here at the Polk County Sheriff's Office, we know that Barbara Scott is in jail. She is facing 1 charge of first-degree murder. She has been in trouble with the law before, folks. In fact, she's a convicted felon after serving prison time in Oklahoma for embezzlement. Live from Winter Haven, Tammy Fields, 10 News.
Thanks, Tammy. The story took place in Lake Alfred. For more news on your specific neighborhood, go to WTSP.com, click on the In Your Neighborhood section.
Well, there's another gorgeous case of love, yep. Oh, that's right, and this was an elderly couple, too. And she really loved him, Yep. Wasn't fair. Just wasn't fair at all. She had to take care of him. That's right. And she's the female. He's supposed to be taking care of her. Even though he probably did take care of her for many years. But as soon as he got unable to really take care of her because of his health, well, she couldn't handle that now, could she? That's right. It's supposed to be the other way around. That's what she was programmed and taught. That's right. Programmed. That's right. That's what all of us was. Everything we've ever learned in our entire lives, all of us, every last one of us. Don't matter where you're at on the planet. Just about 90% of everything you ever learned was a lie. That's right. Oh, sure, you learned a little bit of truth along the way. You had to. But outside of that, the majority of it was lies. Programming, conditioning. That's right. But just the same, that was another story of love. As you can tell, the first case, they made love and she was so happy over making love with each other, she died. And here, well, they were making love again, and he was so happy over getting some that he died, you know. So we have a he died now, see? What can I say? It's love in 2012, isn't it? Watch out.
3 sisters charged with beating up their father. Police say they did it because he stole from their mother. Good afternoon. I'm Martha Sagowski.
I'm Jim Payne. A 73-year-old father goes to see his sick wife in the hospital. And while he's leaving, he's confronted by his 3 daughters who call him a thief.
A fight breaks out and he's eventually beaten and robbed. West 2's Chad Wilson has the late-breaking details from Ocala.
I mean, it's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. But
Venus Strickland describes a violent situation involving her extended family. She is an in-law of 73-year-old Samuel Farmer. Farmer had gone to Monroe Regional Medical Center in Ocala to check up on his wife. Authorities say as he was walking to the elevators to leave, his 3 grown daughters confronted him. Things turned physical, very physical.
You know, his shirt was ripped. He was held up against the wall as they went into his pockets for the keys and the wallet where he had withdrawn the money. And they left, and they took his car at that time, too.
Hospital staff nearby had to break it up. The 3 daughters, 48-year-old Vicki Dempsey, 28-year-old Tranisha Farmer, and 39-year-old Monica Farmer Garman, told police they were angry with their dad. They say he allegedly took $1,000 out of their mother's bank account. They say he gambled the money away. The money was supposed to pay for medical bills. All 3 were arrested. Sergeant Scroble says the mother knew the daughters were angry with their father. She says in no way did she give them the okay to rough up and rob their dad. All 3 daughters face charges of grand theft auto, domestic battery, and robbery. In Ocala, Todd Wilson, West 2 News.
Oh, the love of families, yes. We love each other so much. Yep. See how their children love their daddy? Yep. They love their daddy so much, don't they? Yeah, that's right. Yep, these daughters, you can tell how much they love their daddy. Yep, it's the closeness of the family unit in today's society in 2012. There you go. Some more love. That's a strong family. Family ties are strong there, ain't they? That's right. What can I say? Yep. That's love. There you go. That's love in 2012. And then we have...
Screams of pain from a student at the Judge Rotenberg Center as he's tied down and shocked for hours. Good evening, I'm Mark Ackerman.
Hi, everybody. I'm Maria Stefanos. Fox Undercover's camera, the only one in court today, as a jury is given its first look at that disturbing video. And we want to warn you that the video is tough to watch. Mike Bodette reports.
This is the video that the Judge Rotenberg Center in Canton has fought long and hard to keep from the public eye. The center convinced a judge 8 years ago to seal it, and the battle continued right up until it was played in court, as lawyers for the center asked a judge to bar our camera from recording it. The judge said no, and now for the first time ever, the public can see for itself what these controversial electric shocks look like in use.
No, 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 help me, help, 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 help me, help.
Dramatic video of New York teenager Andre McCollins, restrained face down, a helmet on his head, screaming for help. The Judge Rotenberg Center calls it treatment.
Help, help, help.
That was shock number 16 or 17. 31 that day.
As McCollin's attorney just described, the teenager was shocked 31 times in all that day in 2002. McCollins is suing the Canton-based center, calling it torture. Lawyers for the center and its clinicians say McCollins needed aversive therapy because he was aggressive.
These are dramatic tapes. There's no question about that. But the treatment plan at the Rottenberg Center and the treatment plan that Andre had in place on October 25 was followed.
It was an emotional day for McCollin's mother, Cheryl, who was in court as video was played from the beginning of Andre's ordeal, when he was shocked and restrained after refusing to take off his coat.
I never signed up for him to be tortured, terrorized, and abused. I had no idea that they tortured the children in the school.
Cheryl testified what her son was like when she visited him 3 days later.
I couldn't turn Andre's head to the left, to the right. He was just staring straight. I took my hands and I went like this. He didn't blink.
Cheryl McCollins did get Andre to Children's Hospital that day, where he was diagnosed with acute stress response caused by the shocks. The jury also heard her testify about watching the video and hearing staff members laughing while their son was on the floor. We should see more video on Wednesday in court as Cheryl McCollins returns to the witness stand. I'm Mike Bodette for Fox Undercover.
That's right. It was treatment. That's right. We're treating him just fine. It was treatment. It was love. It was trying to help him, yes. Yep, they were just trying to help him, yeah. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Trying to help him to die, yeah. Because that's love. When you help each other die, that's right. You know, when you can help somebody die because they're undesirable. Yeah. In today's society, yep. You know, he wasn't fit for the gene pool. He didn't fit in, yeah. And so they had to give him treatment. Treat him with love. Yeah, that's right. Okay, give him a buzz. That's right. All they had to do is maybe stick a couple of light bulbs in his ears and a lampshade over his head. Yeah. Because they were helping him, you know. That was help. That's the kind of help you give guys. Especially undesirable guys, you know, ones that are mentally impaired or handicapped. Yeah, because our world loves, and you know, I mean, the love in today's society. All you got to do is look around you, and you'll see the love, okay? And if you're up on YouTube and you watch people and see how they treat each other, how people love people they don't even know by slandering them and calling them names and sticking their nose where it don't belong and doing everything they can to piss them off and get inside their head because it's love. Yeah, because we love each other so much, yes. And that's why I can't wait for the bombs to go off. That's right. And that's why World War III can happen, the bombs can drop, and millions can die. Because none of you freaking people know what fucking love is. You haven't the first clue of what love is, let alone how to treat another human being. None of you want to be treated the way you're seeing others being treated. None of you want to be treated that way, but you all want to treat somebody else that way. And that's exactly why the bombs can fall.